Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Ross Patterson Revolution! Brought to you by GhostBed.com. James, we're back.
We're back.
We are back live in your faces here today. Huge show, monster show. Everything is happening all around us here, and it's just so much, isn't it? It's so much.
My
God.
I don't know where to look.
I don't either, because it just everything keeps popping up. Bob, I had hit you up like 5 minutes before, or no, you got to me before I got to you with the Daniel Penny thing. He's free.
Right.
Thank God for that. Man, because I was like, where's this going to go and everything else? It's New York and blah, blah, blah. He's free. He's also really good looking. My God, man. My God.
He looks like an 80s porn star.
Well,
Yeah.
Which is not me disagreeing with you.
it's kind of back in right now. Like that look is kind of back in. So
Okay.
I'm just saying,
Power
like, he's,
to him, yeah.
he's delivering pizzas on a VHS cassette somewhere.
Yeah, like I don't know if that was the first thing I thought.
was it 80s porn star?
No, like good looking.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Everybody did.
It's a tight curl.
Everybody did.
That is a tight, shiny curl.
Yeah, and then you got the good-looking
Although I will
assassin.
say on the subway, yeah. Now cleaned up. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I think I like the subway.
Well, he had a mustache in the subway.
Let me see if I can find him in his dress. Oh, boy.
Well,
a
we've
mustache in
figured
the
out
subway.
my thing.
Mustaches.
And as soon as you can just grow that back. would be
Pretty
great.
shredded.
Produce it, yeah.
Big nips, but pretty shredded.
Okay.
Yeah, are you not doing the stash for the Christmas party?
You know, all right, so let's address it here, guys. We have to, I think. So I have to go to Nashville on Thursday for like a massive business meeting.
Right.
We're even pre-recording this show because of it.
Right.
And there's too many people that I have to meet for all of these meetings that...
What do you think? Do you think it delegitimizes? I mean, it really lights up the room.
It's hilarious, no doubt, right? And I think if I made it my regular look forever,
Cool, do it.
then I think it would be fine. In the time period that I have right now, though, it would have been it would have been one of those half like Mexican stashes, and that's no good for anyone because then all the focus is away from, hey, the business and everything you're doing versus, oh my God, what is that on your face? And then I've got to stare at you for another 2 hours at this lunch, and then there's a dinner later and all that other stuff, and it's like I that stage I can't do. I'm gonna have to go.
Like we should have talked
life.
about it earlier, kind of thing.
Well,
if it was something you were gonna do.
I think you're gonna have to look at a life sitch here, and
Great.
and so I'm in and I'm down. I just I got to figure out when and where I'm gonna start because that's key. Once you get over that hump, mustache wise,
Yeah.
So for somebody like a Delco, he has like a 2 o'clock shadow. I bet where it's like you shave and you've got a full mustache by
Got
2
another
p.m.
mustache walking through. Also,
Yeah.
Yeah, it takes like 15 minutes.
maybe
Exactly.
should we pull up a Chalamet
Well, hey,
mustache?
whoa, we'll get to him.
Okay.
We'll get to him. That's not the top
I'm
story
just saying,
today.
I know, but it would have been a great.
I will save my love
Seggy.
for Chalamet here in a sec,
Segue.
okay?
Yeah.
But we get other things.
Go ahead.
Also, shout out to everybody who's investing in Hard AF Seltzer at wefunder.com/hardafseltzer. We're leaving it open. 30% is open for you guys to invest into the listeners. That way you're owning it the same way as us. Greatly appreciate it. Literally just hired 2 more people this morning. So everything is rocking. We got 3 more states opening up too in spring. Pennsylvania, New Jersey is out there, and then Bob's Missouri. And I've chatted with your school, Bob. I've chatted with Missouri.
MIZ, it was a good weekend.
Yeah. So, hey, we'll see what happens with the university and everything else. What's your stadium capacity there?
Football's in the 70s, somewhere in there.
Okay, great. Yeah, with the success at Illinois in the stadiums this year, man, it's flying off the shelves. But I guess it's the first time college kids have had an 8% option right in their face at 16 ounces. So it's great. But yeah, if you want to invest, go to wefunder.com/hardaf. Seltzer. And, you know, I'm not going to sue anybody like Diddy did. I'm not going to sue an alcohol family if we end up selling and coming to stuff or whatever, because it's ruining everybody's lives now. Yeah. And I'm still going to stick with that story. I still believe this entire Diddy thing was revolved around the Diageo family and pissing them off and calling them racist and demanding more money after they had already paid everything. Because essentially it's like a residual case thing for staying on as a brand ambassador. And you get a certain cut per year and everything else. And again, my personal opinion was they told him you're just not famous enough anymore. And yeah, your sales are less, but who gives a shit? You got $250 million off of this. Like, move on with your life. No, fuck you. I'm going to sue you and call you racist. Suit gets settled. Boom. Feds raid the house in May. That suit got settled at the end of January. And then there was a bunch of people tied to it. Now, we all guessed. We all took guesses that day that it came out. Who else would be tied to this? I think number one on all of our lists was Jay-Z, right? At the time.
Yeah, but we kind of were saying it like not really thinking, but being like, that's the only, right? It's a logical conclusion, but we are all also like, there's no way though, right?
Here's the thing. It's your best friend for 25 years. And how do you say you didn't know at that point, you know?
Or how is it like, oh, he's just your like coffee and lunch friend?
Yeah.
You're going to go to parties together, huh?
Yeah.
Things are going to happen at parties together, right?
Right. And we all have those friends who are fuck-ups, and you kind of leave them alone to fuck up their own life, where you're friends in real life, and you can have dinners and have the fun stuff and go to a concert together. But you know behind the scenes, they're fuck-ups, and they're
right.
going to screw everything up in their lives, right? And it's kind of fun to laugh about it later, where it's like, oh,
yeah,
Jared's dating a porn star or something like that, you know? And it's funny and it's hilarious, but he's a successful dude and he can do whatever he wants.
Sure.
I hope this is the case. I hope that is the case with this, and maybe it's wrong. However, the allegations are pretty fucking intense. It was dates back to 2000, and it's alleged that both him and Diddy raped this 13-year-old girl, which is fucking gnarly. And the graphic details are in the suit of what had happened. So allegedly, and again, I have no knowledge of this. I was not there. Please do not sue me, because I'm just reporting what is out there in the lawsuit here. Allegedly, they spiked this girl's drink after the MTV VMA Awards. There's the Video Music Awards. Spiked this girl's drink. She was 13. He allegedly raped her first, while Diddy and somebody else watched. And then Diddy went second. And then he and this other person ended up watching. Apparently, after that, there was oral sex that was forced upon her. She had woken up. She'd fought her way out of it. And then that was it. Now, this was 25 years ago. I want to point that out. Jay-Z wrote a response to this and said, you know, with this being so long ago at 25 years, why wasn't this a civil case or a criminal case for the raping of a minor, essentially, and not this civil suit where you're trying to shake people down for money and everything else, which happens to celebrities all the time. Obviously, with Diddy, shit has gotten way out of control. I mean, you can just, if you type in the pictures and everything else, they're everywhere for the last 25 years. You almost find it hard-pressed to believe that he didn't know something.
Right.
The other part of this that's really, really interesting, and we'll get to Jay-Z's response here in a second, is in this suit, there is someone else that is named. Now, currently, it is covered up, and it says Celebrity B. So the woman that was with them in this room is a famous celebrity, according to this lawsuit. They have not named her yet. The reason why, I'm imagining, is there is probably another suit sent to her, whoever this female celebrity is.
Was Beyonce at this VMAs?
Yeah, Celebrity B, you say.
Celebrity B, yes. Yes.
Was Beyonce at this VMA?
Guys, I can go ahead and solve this riddle if you want. Okay?
I just want to see the picture of her at the. No? Okay.
No. She's only, 40 years old? So, no, she would have been 15 years old at the time.
She was in Destiny's Child then, wasn't she?
Not
At
sure.
15?
Not sure, but would she be hanging out watching and not participating at 15? And then watching Jay-Z have
Dude,
sex with this
once
woman?
you're in this world that you're talking about, I don't fucking know.
Guys, we're glossing over to the obvious here.
What?
I found it. This is from the 2000 VMA red carpet.
Oh, no.
China is what you're saying?
China.
Yeah.
It was China.
It's the wrestler China.
Yeah, it was the wrestler China.
Who is it?
I think it's got to be Jennifer Lopez. If I'm taking a guess, they were engaged then. When was the court hearing going on, Bob? It was either 2000 or 2001.
That would not surprise me.
2001.
No? It wouldn't surprise
So hey,
you?
It's
hey,
J-Lo.
hey, guys! If it's 2001, they were together in 2000. They were engaged. So who else would be in that room that is that famous?
I don't think highly of J-Lo.
I don't either.
I think she's morally corrupt.
That would make her at least interesting.
Jesse, that's
Not,
dark.
I'm not saying in a
That's
good way,
dark.
but like, my God, is she a nothing burger, right? This
What
is
if-
something.
Well, there's got to be
This is a
something
contra-
behind the scenes for Affleck to be like, yes, twice. Let's go back twice to that well. Something's got to be there.
And there's got to be something why he was like, I can't do this. And it was right when all this stuff came out.
So
And he's like, I am hiding behind Jennifer Garner for years. I'll be I'll be putting my arm around her and I will be at Jennifer Garner's house in hiding.
when did they announce their divorce this year?
It was literally right around that time
Right around that time? Okay.
of the accusations before the raid, I think, or it was literally all at the same time.
Okay. So is that night?
This is them from that night. I remember that outfit.
Yep.
Yep.
His?
Yep.
Yeah, it's
No.
pretty cool. What? Oh, hers. Sorry.
Hers.
Yeah.
Hers in that one.
I
yeah.
cannot, interestingly, not saying he wasn't there, obviously, I can't find a picture of Jay-Z from this night. I'm still looking, but I have
At
found.
the VMAs?
Well, here's the thing.
2000,
If he's
yeah.
not nominated, you don't go. And when you're somebody of that caliber and you're that famous, yeah, you don't go unless you're nominated.
you
at
don't
all.
sit through it. You
Nope.
just go to the after parties and shit.
Correct.
Oh.
Yeah, you don't even show up for that
You
bullshit.
go to the after parties.
Correct. It is more for people promoting actors who are promoting movies or musicians that aren't that famous trying to make a little bit of a name for themselves on the red carpets. Maybe you get a good interview in and that gets clipped somewhere. But
Yeah, you if you're not nominated, you go to freak off.
and there's pictures of her on the internet, Bob, if you want to look this up, of her laying in bed with who's it, Shantae and somebody else and somebody. I mean, there's like 5 people in this bed.
What?
Just
What,
chilling out.
The woman?
No, Jennifer Lopez and Diddy from back in the day.
Is it a candid or is it a
Yeah. And if you pull it up, like I've seen it a million times now at this point because this thing's been going on all year and it's going to continue into next year. But, they're all just chilling out where you're like, okay, in a bed, like 5 of you. And I think it said it was like movie night or something like that. You're like, uh-huh. But you guys are real close. Like it would be like if we put 5 people in our bed, Jesse, and just we lined them up, 5 adults watching a movie.
Jeez.
Just watching a movie together. So yeah.
Yeah.
And I believe it was 2 women. So it was her, someone else, and I'd use Google at this point, Bob. It was her, another woman, and I want to say it was like a Shantae or like somebody famous like that. And then a dude, like I didn't know, like a producer or manager or something, Diddy, and then them. But yep, there you go.
All right, let's look at this pic. We've got
Oh, that's another one. Oh, no, there she is.
Is that Billy Zane?
Stop it.
You're
Zoom in.
fucking A right,
Zoom
it
in.
is.
No way. Zoom in.
Oh, Zane.
Oh my God,
Zane
dude.
has got to be named, right?
Wow. Wow, dude. Billy Zane parties too. Oh my God, dude. This could be.
I did always think it was weird that he was a random celebrity in Zoolander.
Oh, I thought he was leaning against a tree. No,
That's a chick.
That's a woman.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Yep.
They put her all the way in the back, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. You what? You thought it was weird? What?
That he was like a random celebrity at the party in Zoolander. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that must have been like some inside baseball. Like they knew that Billy Zane always partied. 'Cause I was
Right.
like, Billy Zane, who? What? Who cares?
Yeah. To everyone else, we're like, what? Oh, from Titanic?
Yeah, but I heard he got down, dude.
Well, apparently.
Hear no more. Fucking-
I think he was
I mean,
more famous for partying, right?
It got to a point, and that's what kind of derailed after Titanic, where he was fucking raging all the time.
Yeah, who the fuck is Billy Zane?
Exactly.
Now,
Or
just in
Who
general.
was he in Titanic?
he's the bad guy. He's the lead bad guy.
He's
he
Rose's
fucking
fiance.
kicks those kids and women off the boat.
By
And
the
he's
way-
like, "Fuck you, I'm getting on here."
Isn't he playing Brando?
Right now,
Didn't we do like a looking at pictures of like them shooting Brando where he looks literally exactly like him?
Yeah, Waltzing with Brando is a movie he did already.
Did already.
Oh my God, that can't be him.
Right?
okay, Bob, I want you just to type in this exact phrase for me. All right, Jennifer Lopez in Google. Jennifer Lopez in bed with Diddy, because you're going to see more. I mean, they're
This appears to be the same
It's
night.
the same night.
okay.
Yeah.
So same night. Where did everybody else go? I guess. Where's Zane? Where's all those other
They're
guys?
just taking different pics. He got up to.
It looks like it's a bed like outside, right?
yeah,
Okay.
it's like a big outdoor.
A
sort
big
of like
outdoor-
couch bed.
Comfy.
But those pillowcases look like that's not like an outdoor motif for pillowcases.
And I
No,
think the
it's
girl in
not.
the middle, is it Ashanti?
No, I don't think it is.
Isn't it someone that died?
Is that Aaliyah?
It might. Ooh, I don't know.
If it's Aaliyah, isn't she very young?
Yeah.
I don't know if it is.
I don't
I'm
know
just
who
saying.
that is. I don't know if it's either of them, by the way. But she was there. She was in that world in 2000, and she was at the VMA Awards. So I don't know. And my guess again is why she wasn't named. It just says Celebrity B in this lawsuit. They're probably just have sent out a separate shakedown payment to
And she probably
her
paid
team.
it.
Don't know.
She probably paid it.
That is. I think that's Aaliyah.
Aaliyah.
And how old is
RIP.
Aaliyah? Even when she died, she was very young.
She's
Yes?
really young. She married R. Kelly at like 14 or something.
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she's already.
She was
She's down.
dead a year later. She died at the age of 22, so she'd have been 21 in this photo, maybe.
Okay.
Okay.
Who's this chick? Is this a? She
It's
looks,
a nobody.
Just a random whore.
Okay.
It's
Random
the
whore.
token white.
Yeah. You always got to have a hot white.
You gotta
there.
have a white in
Yeah.
there.
Let's be honest here.
Cool. Yeah.
So-
really cool.
Oh, yeah,
This-
Aaliyah married R. Kelly when she was 13.
13 years
Oh,
old.
cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like groomed
Where?
Is there
groomed
any?
for this. I know where. Where did it happen?
Where can you get married at
Maldives?
13?
I don't know.
It was an illegal marriage.
Obviously, unless you're in Iraq.
Parents signed or something like that?
I guess, man. I'm
She was
reading
emancipated,
it.
something
This
Yeah.
like
is
this?
all fucking wild.
I can't. I
but
mean,
is there a worse industry than the music industry? Like,
then what?
as far as like everything that's going on, grooming wise and all that other shit. Like, I mean, it's just horror story after horror. You never hear a good story.
Yeah, I mean, rap's gotten way less cool.
Yeah. Well, I mean, music itself, but this is if our daughter came to us and was like, man, I really want to have a singing career. No, let's not do that. Okay.
Why would she be a rapper?
So they got married. She lied about her
Singer.
age.
Or a rapper.
She
Jesse.
lied about it. Okay.
Oh, she lied about her age. Okay. But yeah, do you want your kids in this business? Do you want anything in this business? Do you want anything to do with this business?
I mean, think of all the fucking models that try to go in for like the music videos.
Oh, it's endless.
What they had to go through.
Yeah, no, I don't want them in this business.
It's
They can go to
endless.
school for music if they want.
When we shot, by the way, at our production company,
can
hundreds
play
of music
instruments if
videos,
they want, yeah.
hundreds. And to your point, Elko, it was just these guys would bring in just like endless whores where you're just like, I don't even know who these people are. Are they in the video? Do you want them in the video? What are we supposed to do for some of these?
All drugged up.
finally, no, they weren't on drugs because these videos, it was like a 24-hour shoot. That's how you save money. And you just play the song over and over again and you knock it all out. But like, you have all like taking one of those, like a guest spot of like Lil Wayne or whoever's going to come in a guest spot. They have their own entourage that you're rolling in with. None of this shit is sanctioned where you're like, I don't know who's here and legally are we on the hook for insurance for if something happens and blah, blah, blah. Like, fortunately, nothing ever did. But whatever happened in those trailers, we weren't privy to. Right. Because there was guards outside their doors where it was just like, hey, you got to come to set. And they would be like, cool, man, I'll go ahead and tell, whoever it is, right? Whatever artist it was. Finally, I was like, yo, dude, I'm not doing one of these ever again. You guys can go ahead and we'll create a separate division to do this. But yeah, it was just a fuck all, dude, everywhere. And it was crazy. Even going back and listening to, what was it, Round and Round by the Tupac one in that documentary we watched where they were just like, yeah, what was it like? And it was like, man, there was like 300 people and it was just like everybody was fucking each other all day. And you're like, oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Cool. So, yeah, that's what this is.
I have a bigger photo of more people at the party here.
You recognize anyone else?
So you've got Dame Dash, Aaliyah, J-Lo, Jay-Z is in this photo as well.
Jay-Z is in that photo?
Yeah, in the bigger photo. I don't know. I just pulled up. This is what the Redditor is saying.
Oh, gotcha.
Also, Hype Williams and Busta Rhymes is in there. Jade Jagger, Mick Jagger's daughter, is in there.
That must be the
whites.
Yeah, I would imagine so. Some model. Let's see. I'm looking for other names here, but it's a lot.
Right.
Yeah. So if this actually goes to trial then in May, like it's supposed to, this is going to be wild.
Right. Not a great look. Jay-Z says the woman suing him should have to reveal her identity.
Yeah. So who is that?
No, the woman suing him. So
Correct.
The 13-year-old.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. But like, if that took place
she's not
25 years ago, she's 38 now.
Yeah.
She's 38 years old. So
yeah, everyone that came forward in Harvey Weinstein, right? Like had to testify, have their name, right?
Now, what their side is saying, the 13-year-old who's now 38 is saying is that we would be under intimidation and a threat towards our lives and all this other shit. And then Jay-Z wrote a very detailed statement last night saying he was going to fight this, similar to what Diddy said. He says the worst he feels is for his own family because now his daughter's going to have to deal with this at school and everything else. And I'm going to have to sit her down as a parent and explain what is going on. And yes, that is going to be awful. And it's crazy. And, but they're also shoving her into all this shit. As far as like celebrity goes, isn't she in a musical or a movie?
Yeah, I think she's in
Musafa or Mufasa or whatever the fuck it is. Like, yeah. So then you have that whole side of it. That movie's coming out at Christmas? What do you say then? Your dad and everything else. Like the timing of all of this. I guess you're trying to jam this in right before this goes to trial, but. Let's say there is any validity to what this chick is saying. The defense could also call her as a witness and say, hey, you were there, what happened to you and everything else. And I don't even know who's on that witness list for those guys right now. So what we've heard behind the scenes is fucking endless of just like there's just 8 million celebrities there. Now, some of these people have disappeared. So this lawyer has claimed it's the same guy. It's this Tony Busby guy that's suing him.
Yeah.
Same from the Deshaun Watson case, I believe, Bob, if you want to fact check that. There is some of these that have gone away. So some of these celebrities said, yeah, I was there. Whatever the fuck was going on. I'll go ahead and write that check and get the fuck on down the road.
Yeah.
But
why wouldn't you?
That's what I'm trying to figure out with Jay-Z. Was it a number that was too big? Or
no, it was something where he feels like he didn't do what she's saying he did. That's literally the only way that you fight it.
But if they would have settled it and it would have been sealed and never gotten out anywhere, who would have known about it?
I don't know.
I don't either. So,
or there's more people out there that he did this to, and he didn't want to start an avalanche.
And that was going to be my
So
next
if
question
you fight
to you.
one, then you're fighting that one,
But
right?
that's what Diddy did, and then it was an avalanche after that. So, like, does the same thing now happen to him? Are the floodgates open? This is exactly how it started for Diddy.
With one person? Mm-hmm. Who?
The girl who got kicked in the head at the hotel.
But he paid her.
Right. Paid her in 24 hours. However, it got out to TMZ.
That's what I'm saying.
And it was one of those things where, hey, I'm going to fight this and everything else. And then the next day, you know what? We cleared it up and we paid.
But I think him paying her started the avalanche of everything else. So had he gone just to trial with that and went, I'm not paying you, we're going to do this, whatever it is, I think that would have been the only case because people realize they're not getting money.
Okay.
Right? And so I think, listen, I don't know, but I think Jay-Z's thought is like, if I pay the money, it gets out, I paid the money just like Diddy. People are going to come after me for all other stuff, or they're going to think I'm guilty, no matter what happens.
Yeah, and
so once you pay $30 million, you are guilty as fuck.
I know. And then the other part of this too is what Chris Rock has said, over the years. Like, once you get attached to the rape against your name, it is hard to shake that. No matter even if the 2 years this is settled, and she's like, no, I don't want to fucking have this thing anymore. It's already been in the press for 2 years, and everything that's going on with Diddy. And he's his best friend, and he's connected to it now, like with a real lawsuit here. It's fucked up, man. So, yeah.
Yeah, there was some thinking behind it. Whether he did it or not, he just wanted to end it here, do a trial publicly or not publicly, and then say, you know what I mean? You could say, I was cleared, I wasn't cleared, whatever it may be, right? Mm-hmm. You pay, you're guilty.
With Affleck, do you genuinely believe that he knew and that's why he got out of there?
The quick shift of them fighting constantly, publicly, and him just being like, dude, done, feels like it's something like that. Because, you guys came back into each other's lives mainly from him. He doesn't want to seem like the dickhead that just like got her to marry him again and fucking kick her to the curb. Like, it has to be something. They were working on a project together. Like, it had to be something that they bought a house, right? Like, they were in the middle of shit.
Yeah.
So it had to be something where he was just like, no.
Yeah. That's what I think. Because it happened so quickly that it was just like, well, we're done.
Yeah, I don't think you... Now, look, he looked unhappy for a while, right? And we're like, no, that's just how he looks. That's just how he looks, whatever. And the documentary was nail in the coffin, right? But he clearly was dealing with it. He clearly was like, she likes fame. I don't. That's just like how we work, whatever. So I don't know.
It's a wild one.
Also, if they're together, if J-Lo and Diddy are together, you're not going to let your dude do some shit without you there, right?
Yeah.
If that's your thing, you're not going to let him just do shit by himself. It's got to be a group thing.
One would imagine.
But I don't know. This is all very fucking crazy, and my little tiny brain
Can't handle it.
can't live in that world.
Yeah,
I cannot live in that world right
It's
now.
too much. I just don't see how this ever goes to trial with this many celebrities involved. I don't know how he stays alive. I mean, there's too many people now. Jay-Z and whoever celebrity B is, like, come on. I have a feeling a lot more of these are going to start dropping too right before this trial because, let's face it, once the trial starts, if he goes away forever, that's kind of it, right?
Who?
For anybody trying to go lawsuits and all that other stuff, like, he probably shifts that money to his kids in a trust and fuck it, I'm in jail for life and there's nothing I can really do at this point.
They could still come after him.
They could, but if he's...
Not for money, but they could pile on. Maybe for money, I don't know.
Yeah, you can sue for money, 100%.
While someone's in jail and convicted?
Correct. It's like there's still lawsuits that are going on against Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell right now. I mean, they're currently going on. Now they're trying to go after his trust, but the trust is really, really hard to break and difficult to even know where it went and who it's to, you know? Because what you can't come after is somebody's kids. Now, Epstein didn't have any kids, but Diddy's got plenty. So you want to put that in kids' names and everything else? Great. Then you can't sue anymore. Go back to that Danny Masterson thing where he got, shipped away for 30 years for rape. They had a very, very quick divorce there. All the money went to the wife and the kids, and great. If there's other people out there that are gonna come and try to sue me, or these women are gonna try to file civil suits, I now own nothing. So it's on to somebody else here, and that's your only way out of it, essentially. But next year's gonna be wild. I know that.
It's gonna be wild.
And then Timothée Chalamet. My God. Now we'll segue into this.
Okay. I think we should start with the mustache, right?
No. That's the least of my concerns here. I love him. I now love him, and it hurts.
That was a hard day for you, huh?
Yes, it was, because we were all sitting around waiting for it, and I thought it was going to be. He was the celebrity guest picker on College Game Day. You come on, you make all the picks for all the games, and whenever it's a stupid celebrity that does nothing about sports, you know real quick, and you get outed real quick, where you're just like, man, that guy's a fucking moron and knows nothing about any of this. His publicist put him on this thing or whatever it is. And
yeah, I thought he was going to have a script. I thought he went method. I thought he was going to just be like, I am going to say some words that sound good.
Yep. Like I thought for sure he'd be like, look, I think, Georgia's going to have the first goal scored or something like that. Where you're just
Sure.
Oh, we're not doing that. It's going to be there's going to be a lot of slam dunks in this game. So, where you're just like, hey, bro, he knew fucking everything, and his picks were pretty decent. I mean, look.
Dreamboat.
What's that?
So look at this.
I know, look at him.
It's
It
a bro.
shows up it's a bro, shows up in a bright pink, old school, like, what is that jacket? Like,
yeah, I don't know. Looks
It's just
old
like
school
90s
puffer,
fucking ski bro.
it's hilarious because the gig was inside, so I don't even know why he was wearing it inside. But
So the only one he got wrong was picking his TV dad, right?
He got Texas wrong.
no, he got SMU wrong too.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Oh, yeah, he did.
He got SMU
He went
wrong.
out on some legends,
But
though. He took Ohio.
Oh, yeah.
He did. He won that one. He was the only one on the panel that won that game. And yeah, everybody else had picked Miami of Ohio. But I was really impressed. He really knew his shit, and he was cool. I'd never heard his voice before, I guess, in an interview, where he's just a normal dude.
He's a dude. Like
I know.
people forget, because we were talking about this off air before you
Yeah.
got here. He played a little twink in Call Me by
Right.
Your Name.
Yes.
He got
With Army
He got
Hammer.
ate by the cannibal.
Yep.
Right.
And Call Me by Your Name.
Yeah.
And people are like, oh, gay. And he's a French name, right? Timothée Chalamet.
Chalamet.
He's got a dual citizenship.
He does. He's French. He's half French.
Yeah.
But no, man, he's a fucking dude. Like he's
Henry
just
the Fifth.
Yeah, and most of his other roles have actually been like kind of badass, or he's had some big badass roles, right? Like 2 Dune movies. He played King Henry in a Netflix movie where he's like fighting with a sword a bunch and shit like that. Kills Arpats. Like it's he's not who people think he is.
I mean, help me figure this one out then, because after watching this, we all loved him. Every dude on
sure.
Twitter and bars, like all of us were like, we love this fucking guy. Why didn't you just do this a few years ago where you're like, hey, dude, we got to make you the guy, the bro,
He had to grow into it.
that we can all root
he started
for.
dating Kylie Jenner,
I forgot about that.
where you go, and I think they're still dating, where you go,
On the low.
dang, you can handle some shit.
He's
So that
not-
was the first of like, okay, you're a dude.
Hey, did Chris get him on game day?
Chris Fowler?
Jenner.
The
Momager be like,
Maybe.
maybe. I would
No, it's
I
the
wouldn't
Bob-
rule
'cause
anything
it's
out
the
for her.
Bob Dylan thing though, because they said
Yeah.
in the beginning,
Oh, they played it during the game.
Yeah.
He was in a suite. That was the other thing too. Is usually you do gigs like this and then you just fucking leave, and if you don't care, right?
where you hang out in the suite and drink and like not even watching whatever.
He was by himself all into this game. It was in overtime. The game was out of control, insane to watch. And he was in it, didn't really want people around him. Reminded me of Peyton Manning during that one Super Bowl. Remember when he just told that woman who just wouldn't shut the fuck up? He goes, hey, watching this game.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
yeah.
even
I'm
want to.
so sorry, but I cannot
hear your
yeah.
bullshit here.
Yeah.
Dude,
yeah.
a couple days before this, Chalamet was partying at University of Minnesota, rowing the boat. He knows to row the boat.
Way.
Yeah, man.
He showed up to his own convention of the lookalikes.
Okay. Now look.
He's drinking too. He's boozing.
Look.
God damn, now I love Chalamet, man. What are the chances of this?
Welcome.
My God.
Welcome
This is a
to
bro.
the church.
It
Look
is.
at this,
Look at
bro.
that. Yeah.
Welcome to the church of Chalamet.
He's going to a fraternity
Look
party.
at this.
It's fucking bro, dude.
I mean, it kind of
Wow.
reminds me. Everyone used to hate Pattinson too, right? But he kind of had a
Yeah, like, oh,
renaissance.
it's a gay little Twilight guy.
But now everyone loves Pattinson.
He's no, I'm not back on
He
that.
turned into artsy little Twilight guy, but yeah, sure.
I'm on
You're-
that.
you're
This is a
anti-Pattinson?
bro. Yeah, I've never been a Pattinson.
I
dude.
don't.
Never been a Pattinson. Dude. He's just not.
I mean, listen, The Lighthouse was an endeavor that I respect and don't like. Do you know what I'm saying? I say good for
do.
him. I say good for him is what I say.
But dude, is Chalamet, do you consider Chalamet a fucking movie star now?
Now I do. And if this, well, here's the thing. If this
Not
movie
yet.
is good, like really good, and he ends up winning an Oscar, yeah. I mean, we'll have that answer in a couple weeks because I'll definitely see it. You know, when it comes out,
You still
like
got
opening
Dune
night.
3 coming.
Didn't he do like SNL shit that was kind of good?
He was
and
good on
weird?
SNL, yeah.
Yeah.
Like did some like weird rapping and shit. Like
Yeah, he was on SNL a couple years ago.
A couple years ago.
But he
Right.
was good on it.
It's tough because I don't really watch it that much anymore.
The
so I
clip
I
of
didn't see
him-
it. I didn't see it.
that he may be in that pink jacket, to be honest, from SNL, remember?
Oh yeah.
Like,
Oh, actually,
skeet,
no. I'm
skeet.
sorry.
Yeah.
He hosted again this past year and was really funny
Yeah,
on it
yeah.
then as
Okay.
well. He was in one of the digital shorts those three guys do. He was hilarious in that.
I liked him in the French Dispatch, a Wes Anderson movie.
He was great in that.
Shit.
He was great in that movie. Yeah.
Lady
was really
Bird.
good.
Lady Bird is where I went, oh, this guy's like cool and good.
Yeah.
Indie good.
So if he rocks Bob Dylan, like we've talked about, wins an Oscar, like, yeah, he's the fucking dude. But watching him on College Game Day, all in, love the guy,
Sure.
and completely changed my mind. They should have been doing, his publicist should have been doing shit like this 2 or 3 years ago, but good for him, man. I mean, he's still super young anyways. He's like, what, 27 or something?
Yeah,
Yeah.
right?
So, like,
You know what probably rubbed
28,
you
yeah.
the wrong way though?
what's up?
Wonka.
Oh,
It
gosh.
did. Because I took my kids, and they wanted to go see it opening
Wonka,
night.
That's right.
And it wasn't.
There's a couple
You can't
movies that
replace 'em.
he needs to shake. Wonka and Call Me by Your Name.
Here's the thing, though. Wonka did so well. I think they're doing a sequel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he doing it?
It's unfortunate.
Yes. I mean, it's a lot of money. Like, and what else is going on right now?
Yeah.
Like, let's face it. You take the movie Bob Dylan, that's probably a $30 million budget. He's not making, he'll make a decent amount, 4 or 5 million, but the Wonka thing's what's going to pay you $30 million. And those are rare these days. So, yeah, I bet he goes back and does another
You just
one.
can't replace an icon like Gene Wilder.
I agree, but they're doing it every day. So it doesn't, I guess it doesn't really matter.
Like, did you hate fucking Johnny Depp as Wonka?
Yes.
too?
Yes.
And
Oh,
that's
God.
why I
yes.
think-
Yes.
That's
yes.
why.
worse.
That's what I
Yeah,
think.
it was worse than Chalamet.
That's what I think he was tied to more than Wilder, right? He was tied to the Johnny Depp of it, where you're like,
Yeah.
it's too close to that bullshit.
And also in Gene Wilder's last interview, he was asked about the remake of it because it was going on, but it wasn't out yet. And Gene Wilder was just like, there's just no reason to touch it. Like, there isn't. And he goes, I'm not saying it because of me and how great I was or anything, but he goes, it's just a beloved film. And he goes, I wouldn't wish anybody to go on and try to replicate the success of something that especially nobody knew was going to explode. Nobody knew it was going to do well and live forever. Like, yes, you just don't do it, in my opinion.
Now, do you give Chalamet credit for doing Woody Allen's last American film?
Credit?
Which was
No.
what?
A Rainy Day in New York in 2019, so well after but it was a loaded cast.
That was in the heart of Me Too, by the way.
Yep.
For whatever reason, man, Hollywood has always looked the other way on Woody Allen, and I cannot figure it out.
I mean, everyone did for this. You want to know who was in this movie?
If I remember correctly, it was like Scarlett Johansson and a bunch of people.
That was before that one.
Oh, it was the other
but
one?
she did get heat for that. But you are right. It is Chalamet, Elle Fanning, Lev Schreiber, Selena Gomez. Let's see if there's anyone. Jude Law.
Oh boy.
Yeah. But Chalamet was the lead in A Rainy Day in New York, Woody Allen's last film that would get serious distribution in America.
Just a real slice of life.
Yeah, people always look the other way.
It's
on
a
Woody
rainy
Allen.
day in New York.
Also
What are you
back-
talking about? Okay.
Started with his episode of Law and Order back in the day.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Who?
Good for him.
Chalamet?
Yeah.
New York boy.
New York
yeah.
boy, yeah, out of New York. I used to shoot that shit everywhere.
If you look back far enough, though, a lot of actors, they just have that one episode of Law and Order.
Oh, you have to have like an NCIS.
It's a
or
Rite du
something on
Passage.
there. Yeah. It really is. It really is, Jesse. I love how proud of yourself you were.
Not proud, embarrassed.
Yeah,
Not
I
proud.
love it. No, I actually love it.
Embarrassed. Not embarrassed, but just, I like to put that in.
Of course.
Find places to say Rite du Passage, you know what I mean?
Perfect timing on it.
Right.
Like you were flawless. The execution was flawless.
It doesn't come around that much. So, like, when you see an opportunity to Rite du Passage, you've got to.
You gotta seize it.
You've got to seize. You got to
grasp
carpe.
it.
You got to carpe that.
That
DM,
DM,
yeah.
and let it go over there. All right, speaking of Chalamet, shit, I'm looking at it here because we're pre-recording due to some meetings here at the end of the week. Golden Globes just dropped. They said, do we have
Yes.
the answers already?
Chalamet heavy.
Is it really?
Oh,
okay.
boy, is it. Are
All
you
right.
kidding me?
What do we got here?
It's all over the place.
Put it on screen.
Best motion picture drama, 2 Chalamet films,
Whoa.
A Complete Unknown and Dune Part 2.
Man, all right.
Whoa.
So I saw Dune 2 in IMAX. Took my kid. It was the most spectacular film I had seen on a big screen in my entire life. I went and watched it later just to see if it had the same look and feel on HBO. It definitely did not.
Dune
but
rules.
if you saw that in theater, that movie in theater, it was the most beautiful, epic movie I've ever seen on a big screen. And I said back in the day, I was like, it could win Best Picture pretty easy. So I'm glad that one's in there because, yeah, it was good. But he was the lead of that, and he's also the lead in Bob Dylan here. What are the other movies?
Conclave, about the Pope election movie, all the subterfuge and conspiracy going on with that.
Okay.
The Brutalist,
Don't know that one.
don't know that. September 5th, don't know what that is.
No.
And then Nickel Boys.
Nickel Boys?
Yeah. Don't know that one.
No, me neither. Let's go to Best Comedy or Musical. What do we got down there?
We got Jesse Eisenberg's writing, directorial debut, not his writing debut, A Real Pain with him and Culkin.
Okay.
I wanted to see
Two
that.
like neurotic Jewish cousins going on a road trip in Poland to learn about their family. Kind of classic.
One fuck
Holocaust?
up. One fuck up. One.
Yeah.
Is there
Buttoned
a
up.
Yeah.
Holocaust element to it?
I think they
There'll be
do
some kind
go
of-
to a concentration camp or something.
Yeah.
It's not Holocaust specific, but they
Adjacent.
pass by it. Yeah.
Jason.
Honora, don't know what that is.
No.
Challengers, that Zendaya tennis movie where she has a 3-way with those 2 tennis dudes.
Cool.
Okay.
Emilia Perez, don't know what that is.
Sure.
The Substance,
Okay.
Is that Demi?
I think so.
Yeah.
And then Wicked.
Oh, well.
Okay.
Part one.
That's an easy one.
Yeah.
And go ahead and give it to Wicked. I watched the Challengers movie on a plane, actually, on the way back from somewhere. I forget what it was. And it was one of those where you're looking around because you're like, man, I think this is too racing if kids are like behind me, where I was just like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
They were going for it, some of those scenes.
Okay.
It was good. It's just, I don't know about Best Picture. I don't know about a best, like, that's a stretch for me.
Was it
Well,
just
it's musical or comedy,
yeah.
so what do we have to choose from, to be honest?
It wasn't a comedy or a musical, and that's the difference. Like,
Well, I know, but it's more.
it kind of reminded me
It's
of
basically they should call it more lighthearted, not as serious category, right? Like
it was
because it's never musical or comedy.
like a reverse version of like Wild Things or something like that. So yeah, it's none of it. Like, I don't know if any of those are comedies. I mean, Wicked is definitely a musical, so that one correct.
And Wicked's gonna win.
Yes, 100%. So
'Cause
not
it's
even worth
the
the other
only
ones.
musical.
And we're so short on movies, they had to put something else in there. So they're like, shit, did anything else come out this year? Who else is next? What do we got?
Let's go to
Should we say-
actors.
Go to animated real quick.
You want to do animated?
Yeah.
Okay.
But should we say really quick that you saw Wicked?
Yes, I did see Wicked.
Oh, you
And
did?
What'd you think?
Man, I liked it. I left liking it, but Ariana Grande was not
Mesmerizing.
amazing.
Oh, okay.
Really?
Wow.
I actually thought she was all right, but it was just her though.
Wow.
Like, the character is her.
I thought Cynthia Erivo was really, really good.
Okay.
But and I thought that Ariana Grande really did well in the quiet, more dramatic moments, like her first scene where she's remembering that they were friends and all the munchkins are like, yeah, fuck yeah, she's dead, fuck that bitch. And she's just kind of like conflicted. That was great.
Do they say that in Wicked?
Well, I'm paraphrasing.
fuck that bitch.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Fuck that witch, actually. Is,
I'll see it now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
she didn't do the comedy well. And she is the comic relief in that film.
True.
That is the funny character, Glinda. And God, your robot comment about her, Ross, really stood out to me, where it was like she's nailing the jokes, but you like in a way it was like AI writing a joke. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it really like she didn't hit the comedic notes.
I bet
all.
she said it the exact same way every single take. And by the way, with something that huge, you've got to.
But the other part is like it's the character and it's also hers. So like, I didn't have a problem with it, and I usually hate her. So yeah.
But anyway, so we go to animated.
Animated. I just want to see if Moana made it.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Moana 2. So it's between, I would think, Wild Robot and Inside Out 2.
Inside Out 2 made over $1 billion. They're going to re-release it. That's why I asked about this. On the trailer for Moana 2, they said that they were re-releasing this at Christmas, and I was like, oh, we were only doing that so for Oscars. So yeah, it's probably Inside Out 2, I would guess. Yeah. Keep going here.
Actress, drama.
Jolie.
She's
back, huh?
Yeah. Fernanda Torres, and I'm Still Here. Kate Winslet in.
You see what I see?
Yep.
Pamela Anderson.
Pam Anderson got the fucking
No
nod.
way, dude. We just watched
Do you guys
that
need
trailer
to do
last
another
week on Thursday.
vasectomy bet?
Man, that's
Well, I'm
crazy,
getting one
dude.
regardless, so.
Yeah.
Well, we need a bet for Ross too.
No, I'll do it.
How about if Pamela Anderson wins?
Oh my God, wins the Oscar? It'd be the best. I mean, who's she up against? Who are the other chicks?
Angelina Jolie and Maria. Fernanda Torres and I'm Still Here. Kate Winslet in Lee, which is kind of like a World War II Holocaust drama.
Man, she's always good though.
Yeah. Nicole Kidman in Baby Girl.
I'm all good.
Tilda Swinton, Room Next Door.
No.
And then let me give you the actress in a comedy real quick, because you might get some of these chicks too.
Okay.
Amy Adams in Night Bitch.
Nope.
This one's happening. Cynthia Erivo
She
in
is
Wicked.
going to win, and there's nothing
What's
you
that
can do about
picture,
it.
huh?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
who
a cool-
submitted that?
that's
What
cool.
publicist submitted that? God?
She did.
Demi Moore in The Substance.
Okay.
Now, if she thinks she really has a shot at this Oscar, she's probably going to start trotting out more Bruce Willis updates, one would imagine, really get the sympathy going.
Oh, boy.
Oh, shit.
Oh, man. A lot of smiles. And
She is way too involved.
I know.
In his fucking.
she's always been
care.
involved, though.
Yeah.
Always.
You have Carla Sofia Gascon and Amelia Perez, Mikey Madison and Honora, I don't know, and then Zendaya for Challengers.
What is up with Challengers? For real?
It's
Okay.
a decent film. It's
Okay,
okay.
okay.
But there's nothing else. I mean, how many? You don't even know half these movies.
Did we do?
I don't know half these fucking movies.
Did we do the
We're just out
dudes?
of movies. But that Erivo chick is going to win.
I think so.
That's a
Did
slam
we
dunk.
the dudes for drama? Okay. Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, here's the dudes. I'll do.
I think we
Brody's back. Adrian Brody.
did this one already, right?
No, we didn't.
No.
I just did the actresses.
All right.
Brody for The Brutalist.
Yep.
Coleman Domingo, Sing Sing.
Yep.
Daniel Craig,
Yeah.
Queer.
We read all these at least.
Well, we reread them. That was the prediction for this year. Remember for Oscars?
Oh, okay.
So these are starting to come to
'Cause
fruition.
a lot of these guys were also nominated for the Independent Spirit Awards.
Independent Spirit. That's what I was like.
Yep.
Rafe Fiennes, Conclave, Sebastian Stan in The Apprentice, where he plays Donald Trump, and then Timothée Chalamet for A Complete Unknown.
Wow. So it could be Chalamet's year.
Yeah.
All right, and let's go to supporting here real quick.
Well, hold on. We got the male and musical comedy as well.
All right. Sebastian Stan got nominated again. Two
yes,
nods.
he got 2 nods for A Different Man. Gabriel LaBelle for playing Lorne Michaels in Saturday Night.
He did look good, though.
I haven't seen it.
I watched part of one scene and I stopped watching because I was like, okay, I need to watch this whole movie. I'm going to cut it off. But there's a couple scenes on YouTube, and he was really good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, as Lauren, I was like,
Yes.
oh, okay.
Great.
Glenn Powell for Hitman.
Whoa.
Okay.
The Netflix movie?
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
All right.
That's the only comedy-ish that's out there. So yeah,
He was goofy.
he looked goofy in the trailer. Who else?
Hugh Grant.
He's back.
For Heretic, that horror film, I guess, that qualifies
that's
more toward
right.
comedy.
Oh, my God.
Jesse Eisenberg for his movie, and then Jesse Plemons for Kinds of Kindness.
I always lean towards Plemons for everything. Where you're just like, I didn't even see that movie.
Is Kinds of
Probably-
Kindness the Stone? Emma Stone?
Yeah, it's the Greek guy who did
It looks fucking crazy.
Poor Things. Yeah. Or
Yeah.
whatever the
and
fuck
if
it was.
Jesse Plemons is in it, it's probably great. Let's be honest.
For sure, but I think it's like almost like Poor Things. It looks like a bit too much for,
We watched that Civil War movie,
for our modern minds.
and he was in it for like 5 minutes and stole the whole movie.
Stole the entire
Our
movie.
sweet,
just like,
sweet
yeah.
boy. We need to get him on the show.
Oh, I knew she'd be fucking nominated, Bob.
Grande?
Yep.
Yeah, oh yeah. I don't think it's. I mean, it just depends. She just really didn't do the comedy well. Everything else, she was great.
I'm looking at this list. She's going to win.
Yep. Oh yeah.
She's going to win.
Oh yeah. There's no question. No one else is taking it unless the foreigners are like, hell yeah, Isabella Rossellini, let's fucking go.
She is an icon.
Yeah.
She is, but I think Wicked, the momentum, and it's just too big right now. Yeah, and you can already hear her speech and see her crying again already on stage, right, Jesse? Like that's in your
Well,
mind.
they're probably going to bring each other up, right?
Oh God.
To do the
walk
speeches.
hand in
I couldn't do it without you.
And again, you're just playing witches.
It is a movie about witches.
And it's Wizard of Oz
And friendship.
and friendship and love.
Damn. Seems like Dwayne The Rock Johnson got robbed for Red One.
He always does. He always does.
Jax
He's
wants to
so
see that.
great. Yeah, I'll take him. I'll take him.
fun.
Keep going.
Did you see it?
Did you watch it?
I saw it.
I wanted to see it.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Right. I knew it was going to be fun. It's
looks like a popcorn
even
movie.
making fun of it. It's like, what's the point of making fun of that movie?
there isn't.
They're making
Right.
fun of themselves.
Yeah. Well, we don't know that, but keep going here. What do we got?
Felicity Jones for The Brutalist, Rossellini.
You can skip this list.
Okay,
We're all
all right.
good.
Best actor.
Selena Gomez got nominated?
Yeah.
For what?
Emilia Perez.
I mean, she is not great. I tried to watch that show with you that you like.
You did?
Murders in the Building, yeah. I was with your mom when she was here, and it was on, and I was like, man, she doesn't really fit in this TV show at all. It's very odd to me.
Was it because Martin Short was so amazing that you were
no.
like, she just doesn't fit with these legends?
Yeah.
No.
You just can't be in the same room.
You
with
can't
them.
be in the
Nothing to do
same room with that.
I think it literally was an executive that said, if you want to make this old man TV show, we're going to have to cast somebody that has a large social media following to be with you guys. And that's what's going to happen. Do you want to make a show or not? And they're like, all right, great. Awesome. Get me Selena Gomez. And
All right.
That's what it felt like.
Known
We
for
could
her
do one-
cult classic Spring Breakers.
Exactly.
Yeah. We could. Should we do one more category? or
Supporting.
what?
Do one more, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So supporting male, right?
Denzel Washington.
Yeah.
Blam.
Ed
Edward
Norton for the Dylan movie.
Yeah. Guy
How do you
Pearce? I haven't
not?
seen Guy Pearce in years.
Yeah, in The Brutalist, I guess.
Is
Interesting.
that how he looks? Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Fucking
cool.
hell yeah.
He was always cool.
He was
Jeremy
always
Strong.
cool, but yeah,
Jeremy Strong for The
Oh,
Apprentice.
shit. Look who he's up against.
I know.
Kieran Culkin, and they hate each other. Let's
What a
go,
life. They don't
dude.
hate each other.
He said they would never talk to him again. Who's the last guy?
Yura Borisov.
Look at the picture they used.
Give
It looks
everything
like
to
he was
him.
a prisoner in the Ukraine war, and they took a mug shot of him.
Give everything to him or he'll kill you.
Now, here's
What are those no picture ones?
This is for director. Here's something I noticed that was interesting, though, which I do not think bodes well for Wicked.
Director
No
wasn't.
director.
Yeah.
I told you though. I didn't think
He
the directing
should've-
was that great.
I didn't either. And I was talking to my wife, and I thought maybe one of the reasons that Ariana Grande's comedy didn't land, because I kind of wanted to give her credit because I love her, is that it might have been the directing and editing.
He's an Asian director, so how do you give notes? And whenever you work with somebody foreign, it's tough. I did a comedy with there was this Australian director, and I couldn't. It was me and Theo Rossi, and I couldn't understand a fucking word this guy was saying, and I was just like, We looked at each other and we were just like, this movie's
What
gonna be
did
fucking
he
awful.
do before that? Didn't he get Wicked from like a document?
Yeah,
What was
dude.
the thing he did before? Can you go to his
Yeah, let
that
me look.
director's?
But he can't,
IMDb.
Bob. To your
IMDb,
point,
yeah.
it's not like an
something-
Asian guy is going to give great comedy notes
Well, is he from
America.
the United? Is he not from the United States?
I don't know.
I mean, he went to USC.
I thought he was.
Yeah.
Oh, he is?
Yeah. I don't
yeah.
think
Oh,
he's
all right.
foreign. Although he did direct Crazy Rich Asians, which honestly was a good comedy.
Sure.
Okay.
Like, it really. Yeah, I don't think
Isn't there
he's not
s-
foreign.
No. Isn't
Oh,
there something
all right.
small in his IMDb that he did right before where you go, oh, and then you did Wicked?
No, his previous one was an adaptation of Lin-Manuel Miranda's other musical, In the Heights. So he did In the
Okay.
Heights in 2021, then Wicked. And then he had Crazy Rich Asians in
Okay.
2018. I mean, he has a bunch of stuff. He directed
Okay,
Now
okay.
You See Me too,
Now you see me too.
and then also the Magic movie.
That's right.
Magic?
There's a bunch of people in it.
I think it's an Eisenberg, right?
It is
Yes.
Eisenberg.
It's
Oh,
where these
he does, like,
I
Magician
remember.
heist.
I've seen that movie.
So,
Yes.
by the way,
I saw that
actually,
movie.
Woody Harrelson. I think they have.
Yeah,
a,
yeah,
they
yeah.
have a third
It
one
was.
now.
Yeah, they are. They the kids were watching on like TNT.
so
Yeah.
it's Eisenberg, Ruffalo,
I saw it.
Harrelson, Franco.
I saw it.
Harry Potter's in it.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a loaded cast. And actually, that movie, the Now You See Me movies are funny and nimble. And Crazy Rich Asians was a totally solid
You're right.
comedy.
You're right.
So but it felt like something was just off with the comedic notes of Wicked, where it wasn't landing, and I don't know what
Was
it was.
it just with her?
Yeah. Well, she's the only real comedic.
Not
person in it.
Bailey?
Who?
The Prince guy or whatever?
No,
Oh,
he
Fierro was pretty good.
was pretty good, and so was
And
the
kinda funny,
her
right?
little red-haired boyfriend. That little freak.
Sounds like a grande, bro.
He was good.
Must have been a grande
Kind of
problem.
sounds like a Grande. Kind of sounds like he was giving notes that Miss Grande wasn't taking.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
It really was like something was off on the comedic notes for Glinda.
Was it just like a soul or like
Yes,
a
lack of-
human
lack of soul, I think.
human
Lack of
piece?
brain.
Yeah,
and-
yeah. Okay.
But yeah, him not getting a nom for that.
yeah.
That means this.
It's
this,
definitely on the snub list that I've seen.
He ordered
know what I mean?
a vente, and she wanted a grande. You know, nailed it. Yeah, I don't. But I told you that I was like, even the look of it a little bit, like, yeah, I didn't dig the directions. That makes sense to me. All right. The rest of it though looks fun. Any weird fucking songs down there or anything?
No, I mean you can see best
From the
TV.
last showgirl.
Yeah, So what was television this year? What we got?
The dramas, The Diplomat, which I've heard is good. I haven't watched it, or actually I have seen an episode or two. I enjoyed
I
it.
didn't really. We couldn't get into it. Jesse and I watched a couple of them.
There was a snub. Snubs. Ryan Reynolds for Deadpool and Wolverine. I would say for comedies though.
For comedy, if you're going best musical and comedy, yes. How did you not put that in there? That's
Fair
your
enough.
only comedy of the year, probably.
Dennis
I agree with that.
Villeneuve
Oh yeah, how did he not get a director nod?
for Dune Part 2.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was
If you're
the
saying
craziest. Yes.
If you're saying the best part about it is how it looked.
fuck yeah, dude. Yes, you should have given that guy the
Ridley Scott also no director nod.
For
Interesting.
It was
Gladiator too.
Yeah,
Oh.
the director movies were The Brutalist, Substance, Conclave, Amelia Perez, All We Imagine Is Light, and Amora.
Nope.
What the
and
fuck?
So those will be completely different for the Oscars.
They have to be.
There's no way anybody will tune in for that. All right, let's go to TV shows real quick. Mr. and Mrs. Smith got nominated?
Yeah, the Donald Glover one.
No one saw that. Shogun won everything on the last thing, so it'll probably win all the things here. Slow Horses. We haven't seen that yet. Everybody said they love it, though.
yeah,
The Slow Horses.
Snub, The Perfect Couple. That was not a snub. Nobody liked it.
Jackal. No.
Yeah,
No need
Squid
to
Game.
Remake that. Musical comedy, Abbott Elementary, The Bear, Hacks. These are all normal. Nobody wants
Let's
this.
go.
Everybody's watching that show
Best
on
show I
Netflix.
saw this year.
Well,
You loved it, didn't you? I knew you would love it.
Oh yeah,
I knew you
Snub
would love it.
was Curb Your Enthusiasm in here. I thought that last season.
You know what? It's never been nominated, so it's never
That's
won
what I'm
an
saying.
award.
It's the last fucking
know.
season. It was great.
Yeah.
It was fucking great.
Yep. But they put The Gentleman in there, whatever the fuck that is.
That's pretty
So,
good. Gentleman's pretty good.
Yeah, but
I'm
you gotta give a nod, right?
Very surprised at Baby Reindeer. Oh, they put it in a different category. There it is. Okay.
Gentleman's Guy Ritchie.
Oh, and then you got The Penguin. There we go. Pangy's in there.
Hell yeah, give it
dude.
all to Pangy.
Yeah, Pengy, Baby Reindeer. That's a tough category down there.
Snub was Vince Vaughn, actually, for Bad
True
Monkey.
Detective. Oh, for best comedy, yeah.
Or just him specifically,
For
if you're
comedy.
going like comedy.
Maybe it's down here. Maybe they put him down there. If you scroll down, Bob. What do we got?
No, it's a snub. He was not.
Oh, he wasn't?
No.
Fuck. All right.
There he is, my boy, Martin Short. He's got to fucking win this
Who's
year,
he up
dude.
against? Is he up against the Bear?
He's got to.
Usual suspects. Jeremy Allen White and the Bear. Dude, give it to Adam Brody. Nobody wants this,
No.
obviously.
Over
Wow.
Martin Short.
Wow. Well, there's your season 2, so you guys are going to get it. But yeah, everybody's watching that show. It's not how podcasts work, by the way, if you're watching it.
Oh,
So-
my girl got nominated.
Which
Let's
one?
go.
Who's your girl? From Pengy?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Oh,
she's
hey,
the
she's gonna
fucking
she's gonna
shit.
fucking win. She's going to win. I don't care who else is on that list. Who's she up against? Kate Blanchett, Jodie Foster.
She's actually up against a fucking murderer's row.
She
but
is, but we saw all of those projects. I would genuinely say that girl from the Penguin deserves all the shit.
Yeah, but Sofia
Get Sofia Vergara
Vergara
out of my face.
She got hideous for it. She changed her nose and kept her body and boobs and hair, and I commend her for it.
Yep. And then that fat chick from Baby Reindeer is going to win everything.
I mean,
Sorry. Oh, sorry about that.
calm down.
Well, they said it in the show where it was just like, yeah.
Just calm down a little
So I
bit.
apologize for that.
Yeah.
And
Colin
then Colin
Farrell.
Farrell, you're going to get, yeah, he's going to win.
they got Baby Reindeer
they-
dude, though.
Again, though?
Richard Gadd.
I feel like we've been through this.
No, that was with the Emmys. So there's a different, different thing. But I will say this.
what
with
about
all
Menendi?
Look at this.
Menendi.
You got Harrison Ford. What's he nominated for? down there?
Shrinking, the Ted Lasso guy's new show.
Javier Bardem's
It's
in
not
there
even- yeah.
for the Menendez stories. Oh, yeah. I'm surprised those little fuckers from the Menendez. Did they get nominated?
Yes.
Bob? They
He's
did?
right above there, right there. Next
Yeah.
to Colin Farrell.
Yeah. Cooper Coke.
Yeah.
Koch.
Coach Cock.
Cooper Koch.
Coke. So
Coach
that's how you
Koch.
spell.
Coach Cock.
Is it Koch? Because that's
Yeah.
how you spell Koch brothers.
It is how you spell
K-O-C-H.
Koch brothers.
I
yeah.
think he didn't want to be
Fair.
Cooper Coke, so he says Koch. But I don't
In
know.
Hollywood, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You want to get away from the Republican brothers who were doling
Or
out
drugs,
money.
or just, I don't
Yeah.
know, all kinds of things.
Be like if my last name was Soros. You'd be like, what the fuck, bro?
Sure.
Yeah.
Anyways,
So at least with this,
Anyways.
who's hosting? It's somebody fun who's hosting.
it's Conan O'Brien, I think, right? No, who's doing the Golden Globes?
It's somebody.
Nikki Glazer.
That's it.
Who is nominated?
So what was she
That'll
nominated
be fun.
Stand-up comedy on television. Her
For? That was a
special got
really
nominated.
good special.
That'll be fun.
That was a really good special. Who else is nominated on there?
Adam Sandler, Ali Wong, Jamie Foxx, Seth Meyers, and Rami Youssef.
Okay. Saw half of those, but hers was really good, actually. So good for her. Hopefully it's a big night. And also, she is aggressive enough at those roasts where she can come out swinging at the top of that and have like a really good show. Because last year's was awful. Joe Coy, God, no one has bombed harder in a setting like that in a long time. But Nikki Glazer, I'm all
Yeah,
in for.
he was like trying to roast, but isn't a roaster. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
So it was just like felt really uncomfortable for him, and then
Blamed
he
his
had to
writers.
blame the writers because he was like, I'm not mean, meh."
He was awful. He was
Anyways,
awful. So
yeah.
she'll be prepared. She'll be good. She's a hard worker. She doesn't miss. I think she'll be great in that. And I'm looking forward to it. You get all the people that we like so far. So yeah, dude, this is a good one this year.
Be a good
Not
one.
bad at all. One of the last things I want to talk about here is with the success of Wicked. I had heard this rumor behind the scenes, but I was like, man, that can't be true. They sold the ruby slippers that Judy Garland wore in the original Wizard of Oz, and then they did it this week to coincide with the success of Wicked.
Oh,
$32.5 million these goddamn things went for.
Bob, where'd you get that money?
Yeah. Bob.
Look, if they weren't
Bob
on,
would fucking buy those slippers.
what you think of some Judy Garland? I mean, maybe
No,
if they were
it's
on
it's-
Ariana's feet, but like,
No, it's a music, whatever. It goes along with your,
yeah.
your theater boy vibe. But what?
I should have like the most confusing man cave of all time.
Yeah.
It's just like the ruby slippers, my frat paddles.
Sure.
Yeah.
A pennant,
Yeah.
pennant from
That's
the
what I'm
Braves
saying.
last World
Yeah,
Series,
Jimmy
and
Carter,
then like a
yeah.
leather jacket from Greece, and yeah.
Historical
Yeah.
like artifact
A
stuff.
Les Mis playbill.
Yeah.
It'd be
That's
so
how I picture
fucking
it, but
funny.
anyway.
I just want my kids' friends are like, what the fuck
What
is
is-
with your dad, dude?
And
I
I was
don't
like,
know
what?
I don't know what to
dude?
think here.
Yeah, he was in a
His
fraternity and also
taste
loved
is-
plays.
Well, his taste is fluid.
It is, yeah.
Not sexuality. Like his
Just
taste.
taste in the world.
It's fluid.
It's fluid in the world.
Changes.
That's all that it is.
Yeah.
It's just fluid in the world. But yeah, with that, they were saying in the article that they were like, why did this go for so much and blah, blah, blah. And they said, is there a more iconic piece of wardrobe from a film for the history of Hollywood? And the answer, once I thought about it, was, yeah, probably not, right?
Right.
That's it. Can you think of anything else that's more...
You like the Silence of the Lambs.
I was going to say the Darth Vader helmet would
Yeah.
be
The original?
up there, yeah.
Yeah, that would be up there. I would say it's a weird one, but I'm going to say it anyways. Like Wilson, the volleyball.
That's not wardrobe though; it's a prop.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
a
you're
prop.
right. You're
Props are way different.
You're right. But yeah, I can't.
Yeah,
I really
that's
couldn't
probably
think of
true.
it. And so because they said they were like, oh, it's the crown jewel, obviously pun intended with the ruby slippers thing. But when I thought about it, I was like, yeah, you're right. There isn't anything else in movies that is more iconic than the fucking ruby slippers, probably.
Nothing. First off, it has to be like a tentpole film in American history,
Right.
It can't just be like, oh, what about? I can't even think of it on top of my head. You know what I mean? Like, it has to be like there's only so many films it could even come from.
Oh, for sure.
And The Wizard of Oz is one of the great American films.
Yes.
So,
True.
And I mean, God, because I was on a hard time really going back. I guess like Tom Cruise's bomber jacket from Top Gun or something would be a big ticket
yeah.
item. But that's kind of it, man. Where you're like, all right, yeah. Because if I had that thing framed, that would be sweet, right? Shadow box for Tom Cruise's jacket.
Right.
My God, man, that would be rad. I'm sure
For
he's
sure.
got it locked away somewhere. TC, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing. He's got all that stuff.
He definitely does. So yeah, and then who bought it? Do we know? Or were they anonymous?
Yeah, because the thing was like,
It used to be
I
fun
thought
where
it
like
was
Charlie Sheen used to buy a bunch of
already
weird shit.
sold. Do you know what I mean? I was like, who is selling those?
Or
I thought
did
it
they
was-
resell it because
Yeah.
of the success of Wicked and being like,
like
hey,
whoever bought it before?
there's
sold
this
it.
weird market now of memorabilia that is going super, super high with all this stuff.
Right.
Kobe, it was either Kobe or Jordan just had a game used jersey that went for like $13 million. Where you're just like, oh shit. Holy shit. Yeah, does it say who bought the ruby slippers?
I'm trying to see. It does say that at one point Spielberg and DiCaprio owned them.
Oh.
Okay.
And then
Together?
Yeah, apparently it was. Where the fuck is this thing? Sorry. Got to go back to the top here.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, memorabilia is the new crypto.
So in 2000, a pair sold for $200,000. These are other ruby slippers. So she had more than one.
Yeah, she had multiples here. It says the slippers sold Saturday, 4 surviving pairs. And they were once stolen from a museum that housed them, and somehow they got them back. It is the highest price of all time for any movie memorabilia ever sold.
Makes sense.
I'm not seeing a name.
No, me neither. It's just that, hey, it said it was a Dallas auction house, which is wild.
Bob.
Jesus, man. Bob. I mean,
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Bob.
I don't know what I did this weekend.
Yeah.
Wow.
Do not worry about it.
Yeah, so here's where this gets wild. So one pair sold in 2000 for $666,000. So you could obviously flip those again if you wanted to. Shit. In 2012, Spielberg and DiCaprio paid $2 million for another pair. So they own them together, I guess.
They
Still.
donated it to
You're
the
right.
Academy.
Yeah, they donated it to the Academy of Motion Pictures in Los Angeles there. So,
Wow.
shit.
That's the richest thing I've ever heard.
It really is.
Literally. What? Okay.
He loves that old movie memorabilia shit.
Leonardo DiCaprio?
Yes.
Okay.
And so when he was doing Wolf of Wall Street, how they got him to sign the contracts and everything else, they gave him a gift. He loves Brando. And so they gave him an Oscar from On the Waterfront that he won from On the Waterfront, which turns out to be illegal because you can't sell those. And then that Fed trial that went on, he had to go and give it back, actually. And it was $1. So
Cool.
if they find you and you have it, the rule are you have to give it back to the Academy for $1. So the Academy now owns that Oscar, but he had it for a good 10 years. And yeah. He loves shit like that.
I'd frame the dollar. Do you know what I mean?
That would
For
be
the
hilarious.
story.
That would be so funny that this is what the Academy had to give me back. But put it next to his own Academy Award.
Yeah.
To be
But like
like,
on the shelf next to, so it's like boom, 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 $1. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think that'd be great. The lotion in the basket would be great from Silence of the Lambs.
Prop.
Oh, you're right.
Listen, we can't go down that road because you know what I mean? You got to stick with wardrobe
I know.
or not.
No, you're right. You're right. And I'm sorry for that, Jesse. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I will not let it happen again.
Thank you.
All right?
Thank you.
Will not let it happen again. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Go to iTunes, rate the show a 5-star, and leave a quick review. Also, head on over to Spotify. Just a 5-star, and you can walk away. For Jesse Wiseman, a.k.a. the J-Bills, and Ross Patterson, this is The Revolution. Buenos tardes, everyone.
Good afternoon.